Hi kindergarten, welcome back. Today we have a different version of the Three Little Pigs. This one is, Where's the Big Bad Wolf? This is one of the stories that you like at school because when I open it up, look what's inside. I bought a CD to go with it, so you always enjoy listening to somebody else read the story. So today I'm going to play the CD and I'm going to show you the pictures, and then we have an activity to use afterwards. So let's pay attention to our story. Where's the Big Bad Wolf?
Where's the Big Bad Wolf? By Eileen Cristolow. When you hear this sound, it's time to turn the page. I'm Police Detective Phineas T. Doggedly. Just call me Doggedly. I catch low-down, no-good, chicken-chasing, pig-poaching rascals. It's an easy job because there's only one no-good rascal in this town. That's the Big Bad Wolf. Each time I catch the scoundrel, he promises he will be good forever from now on. Each time, I hope it's true. But that wolf just can't stay out of trouble. Late one night, I'm driving down the road when out of nowhere, a big gust of wind huffs and puffs. Suddenly, straw is flying everywhere. It's so thick, I can't see 2 feet ahead. I stop my car. There's one last puff, and the straw settles. I jump out of my car. Sounds like pigs in distress. Must be that pesky wolf up to his old tricks. I click on my flashlight. Do I find the wolf? No. I find a sheep pulling 3 little pigs from a pile of straw. What's going on? I gasp. Who are you? I'm Esmeralda, says the sheep. Good thing I happened to walk by just in time to rescue these delectable little piggies. Just then, the lights go on across the road. 2 elderly cows charge out the front door. We warned those foolish pigs, they bellow. But would they listen to a bunch of old cows? No, they listened to that silly sheep, and they built a flimsy straw house. And look what happened.
A tornado blew it down!
Squealed the pigs. Tornado, I say. More likely, it was that good-for-nothing, huffing, puffing bag of wind, the Big Bad Wolf, who blew your house down. He's well known for such mischief. That's right, shout the cows. He's probably hiding in these bushes. Oh no, shrieks Esmeralda. Wolves are so scary. I'm getting out of here. The sheep hightails it out of there fast as greased lightning. The rest of us search through the bushes for that no-account pig-poaching wolf. But it looks like he got away. You'd better find him, Doggedly, say the cows. You look after the piggies, I say. I'll catch the scoundrel if it takes all night. I finally find the wolf at home.
Whatever it is, I didn't do it.
He groans.
I've been much too sick with flu-like symptoms.
An unlikely story, I say, considering your pig poaching past. But I have to admit, the wolf doesn't look like he could blow out a birthday candle, much less a flimsy straw house.
I'm being framed.
The wolf wheezes.
There must be another wolf trying to poach on my territory.
If there's another wolf around here, my mother's a poodle, I growl. Something funny is going on. I just can't quite put my paw on what it is. The next morning, I snoop around looking for another wolf. That crazy sheep, Esmeralda, is giving the three little pigs more house-building advice. Build a stick house, she says. It's so easy. Easy, but flimsy, warn the cows.
Easy sounds good.
Say the pigs. Just plain foolish, grumble the cows. Where did that daffy sheep come from, anyway? Beats me, I say, although she looks kind of familiar. By late evening, the little pigs are fast asleep in their new stick house. I park my car behind a bush and wait. It's a mighty flimsy house, I mutter to myself. That windbag wolf might blow it down with one huff and a puff. But this time, I'll nab him. Esmeralda is out for a walk. Otherwise, the street is quiet. I sure could use a nap.
Huff, puff, thump.
Crash! I suddenly wake up. Sticks are flying. Pigs are squealing. Pigs in distress, I gasp. It's the wolf. I jump out of my car. I click on my flashlight. And there's Esmeralda. Hi, she says. Lucky I was walking by again, just in time to rescue those tender little piggies. Where's that wolf? I growl. Just then, the elderly cows race outside. Enough is enough, they cry. With all this huffing, puffing, crashing, and thumping, we can't get any sleep. It's time these foolish pigs learned a thing or two. They march the little pigs inside. They put the pigs to bed and read them a well-known bedtime story. I'd like to hang around and listen, but I need to find that huffing, puffing wolf. I search all over. I finally find him in the hospital. Don't think you can hide out here, I snarl. Doggedly, says the nurse, leave this poor wolf alone. He came in this morning with mysterious flu-like symptoms. Most likely, he'll be here for days. There's something strange going on. I just can't quite put my paw on what it is. The next day, I snoop around again. The little pigs are building a new house with bricks. No, 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 groans Esmeralda. Build a cardboard house. It's so much easier,
Easy to build, easy to blow down.
say the little pigs. After many days of hard work, the little pigs move into their new brick house.
The big bad wolf can't blow this house down.
Say the elderly cows. But I'm not so sure he won't try. That night, after the pigs are in bed, I park my car behind some bushes and wait. The elderly cows bring out tea and cookies and wait with me. Pretty soon, we hear
Huff, puff, gasp, gasp, huff, gasp, crash, ouch, huff, pant, bang, ouch, gasp, pant.
the wolf, I growl.
Let's get him!
Bellow the cows. We jump out of the car. We click on our flashlights and race across the road. What do we find? The little pigs and their house are safe and sound. But there's no wolf.
Where's that wolf?
Bellow the cows. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure wearing a red skirt running down the road. It looks like Esmeralda. There's something strange going on, I say, and I'm going to find out what it is. I chase down the road after Esmeralda. I'm about to pass the hospital when I catch sight of her red skirt disappearing through a window. I screech to a halt and follow. You'll never guess who I find. The big bad wolf. He's gasping, wheezing, groaning, and moaning. I can't imagine what happened, says the nurse. He's all huffed and puffed out. That's when I put two and two together. This no-good, pig-poaching, huffing, puffing wolf in sheep's clothing is under arrest, I growl. The big bad wolf has to spend a few sorry days in jail. When I let him out, he promises he will be good forever. This time, I really hope he's learned his lesson. As for the three little pigs, they're planting a vegetable garden. They're getting lots of advice from a horse who just moved to town. There is something mighty strange about that horse, but I just can't put my paw on what it is.
Okay, kindergarten, did you like the story of Where's the Big Bad Wolf? It's kind of silly, isn't it? I like the music that goes behind it, and I like, oh, let me pause that for a minute because it's going to repeat on me. Hold on.
Where's the big bad?
All right, sorry about that. So, I forget what I was saying, but I like how this story has the speech bubbles above all of the little characters that are in the story. There's speech bubbles about their thoughts that they're having or conversation that they're having. We're going to do an activity tomorrow with speech bubbles, so stay tuned for that. Today, though, for our activity, you are going to need your paper that looks like this. This is called a Venn diagram. Now, when we have done Venn diagrams in class, we have only had 2 circles. Well, today we're going to attempt to use 3 circles for our Venn diagram. In this circle here, I'm going to make sure we zoom in on these. On this circle here, it's our regular story of the 3 little pigs. Okay? This story right here, this circle right here, is the story, the true story of the 3 little pigs. Okay? And then this story down here on this circle is the one we just read, Where's the Big Bad Wolf? All right. This little section of our circle here are all 3 stories together. When they all 3 loop on top of one another, we're going to tell something about those stories. Okay, so we're going to take a pencil and I'm going to come up with some things that the 3 little pigs, my regular story right here of the 3 little pigs, what is something that only happened in this story that did not have anything in common with the other 2 stories, something that was only in this story? Well, something that happened in that story were that the 3 pigs danced. Okay, so right here in our story, right here, the 3 little pigs, the 3 pigs danced. The 3 pigs did not dance in this story, and the 3 pigs did not dance in this version of the story. So that's why it stays in this circle, all by itself. Something else that happened, the 3 pigs had instruments. All right, so here we have that the 3 pigs danced in this story, and then if you look at this picture here, they had instruments that they played. They didn't have instruments in this version, and they didn't have instruments in this version. All right, I'm gonna move over to the true story of the 3 little pigs, my favorite one. This is my favorite. All right, so something that only happened in that story is what? You got it. There was sugar involved. Sugar was needed. They didn't need sugar in any of the other stories, okay? All right, I'm gonna go down to here. Where's the Big Bad Wolf? In this story, what is something that did not happen in any of the other stories? There were word bubbles. All right, there were word bubbles in this story, and there were not word bubbles in any of my other stories. All right, something that happened in all 3 of the stories, something that's similar in this story, the one that we read on Monday, the one we read on Tuesday, and the one that we just read today. What is something that's similar that they all 3 have in common? They all have a big bad wolf in it. So I'm gonna write, there is a wolf. Okay, so I wrote that there's a wolf because they all 3 have them. All right, now to think outside of these circles, something that, where's the big bad wolf and the 3 little pigs? Did these stories have anything in common that this story didn't have in common? Yeah, I'm gonna write that the pigs had clothes on. All right, so this story, these 2 stories, these pigs had clothes on, and so did these. Okay? Now, something else that happened, that where's the big bad wolf and where's the true story of the three little pigs? Law enforcement was involved. Meaning, there was a detective in this one, correct? And then he ended up in jail here, so the law was involved. And then the cops were here and he ended up in jail also. So the law enforcement was involved. There was no law in the three little pigs here, okay? So what you're going to do now is you are going to come up with 3 or more ideas of something that happened in the true story of the three little pigs that did not happen in the rest, and you're gonna fill that in there. You're gonna fill in 3 more ideas of things that happened in all 3 stories. 3 more ideas of things that only happened in the big bad wolf. Where's the big bad wolf? And then 3 more ideas of something that only happened in the three little pigs. If you come up with things that maybe these 2 had in common, write it down in the corner. Same over here. If you come up with something that these 2 have in common, write it down here. Then if you come up with something that these 2 have in common, write it up here, okay? You must fill in at least, which means you can come up with more things in each part of our circle. The outside circle part, that's the bonus. You don't have to do that, but if you challenge your brain, it just keeps growing, so you can do those also, okay? This is tricky. We usually do this together in class, but I know that you are so smart and you are able to write down your ideas on our Venn diagram, okay? Tomorrow, we will be finishing up our 3 pigs unit, and you're going to be doing something with speech bubbles, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed the version today. Where's the big bad wolf? If you need to go back and look at any of these stories, you can pull up my videos and thumb through those and try to find some similarities to help fill in your circles. Have a great day. I love you. I miss you. Bye-bye.